It's that time again. You know what time? I think you know what time. You know what time drawers, right? Yeah, drawers knows what time. Yeah, exactly. It's ninja cooking time. We're gonna go to our brand new kitchen for ninja cooking time. Alright, here we are. This is our brand new kitchen. This is probably going to be where we do our cooking from now on. So, you heard the music, that's our cue. We're going to start doing cooking. So, I have a very special fruit cake that I want to demonstrate today. Um, so fruit cake, you need the cake ingredients, which are pretty simple. That's cane sugar and wheat, and apparently the fruit cake doesn't need any other ingredients. Most cakes, you normally then use goat butter as well, but the fruit cake does not use butter. So it's just the wheat, the sugar, and now this is where it gets interesting. You need to use an apple or a wild berry as your first fruit ingredient. Your second fruit ingredient can be anything, but your first fruit ingredient must be an apple or a wild berry. A golden apple will do. So if you're cooking this when it's not a blood moon, you can use a golden apple to make sure you get the critical cook. We're going to use a wild berry, and not that there's any real difference between the two. And this is a very special fruit cake. I'm not sure if this is going to work. So this is actually an experiment to see if the spicy pepper counts as a fruit. I don't know if it will. So this is an experiment. We're either going to get a fruit cake or a disaster. Let's find out. The worst part is that they called it simmered fruit. It's like, if it's simmered fruit, then why can't we just put it into the cake? Like, why can't it just be spicy fruit cake? Look at Link, he's drooling. He's got to wipe his mouth. He's drooling over the simmered fruit, but it is not the cake we wanted. Well, that's fine. If I can't make a spicy cake, then I will make a different item completely. We're just going to go ahead and make a different cake that I like a lot. For this cake, again, oh, too far. So again, we're making a cake, a regular cake, which is wheat, butter, sugar. Uh, this is going to be a hearty cake. I mean, I could use whatever the heck I want because I'm not really stressing the amount of extra hearts I get. So I'm actually just going to use this hearty truffle. And yeah, that sounds disgusting, but keep in mind, this is a monster cake. So mushroom cake totally suits monsters. They like monsters, or monsters like that. Speaking of which, we got this nice open air kitchen with this new kitchen. Like, look at this dining room. It's so gorgeous. I'm very happy with that. And there's our hearty monster cake. Full recovery. Very nice. I don't know that I'm ever going to use these hearty items because I tend to just heal myself with noble pursuits and I'm not really interested in hearty cakes, but I just like when I look over here, I have a whole row of hearty cakes up here and a whole row of that. Like, it's just great. All right. Speaking of which, we are missing another kind of cake. So let's go ahead and let me double check the recipe we have here. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Yeah. Just want to double check. It is in fact made with a standard cake recipe. So cane sugar, wheat, butter. And then we only need one more ingredient, and that is our Endura carrot. We're not going to bother putting anything else in here. We just want the Endura carrot and all of that. Anything else I would put in here wouldn't really buff the recipe much, just to get it to 5 ingredients for any reason. Like using a second Endura carrot just to get more stamina isn't what we're after. We're not after the bonus stamina. Like hearty dishes, this will fully replenish your stamina bar with just the one carrot, and that's what we want. We don't care about the bonus stamina, we just want it to replenish our full stamina. So we'll go ahead and make one of those. Oh, he got that song in my head again. Look at that. Boom. So, and it even heals 6 and and I think the critical cook is why it's going to give us so much bonus stamina. But again, we just wanted it because it will fully replenish our stamina meter. So let's go ahead and make another one of those. So an Endura carrot to make it a carrot cake, then your traditional cake, and boom. Yeah, see that one got more hearts. All right, so that's our carrot cake out of the way, and now I wanted to show off another recipe. It is fun, but it doesn't have a lot of use. So for this one, we're going to again take the standard cake ingredients, and then you take a nut. Either nut will do. You could use an acorn, but I like the chickaloo tree nut. I just like the sound of it. The chickaloo, chickaloo, chickaloo. All right, so we're gonna put the chickaloo nut in there, and then bam, we're gonna throw one of these in. Why? Because did you know you can actually cook with these bursting fruits? And they have specific things that they boost to you. I mean, if you can read the description that it does that. No offense to those of you who can't read. But what I like about it is not just the fact that it provides a buff, which honestly I don't really like the hot weather attack, or the cold weather attack, or none of that. It's the name. Would you like some scorching nut cake? Anyway, before I forget, I gotta remember to push buttons quickly because we are running out of time. Alright, so we had another one. Uh, where is it? Okay, so this one is a pie, which is very similar to a cake. It's just, excuse him, he was all excited. uh, Similar to a cake, uh, but this is going to require specific ingredients to make it a pie, and all that is just any fruit besides apples. Because if you throw an apple in, it makes it an apple pie. But if you use any other fruit aside from peppers, which apparently are not fruits, but whatever, I'm over that. We're moving on. Uh, if you add any other fruit, it turns it into a fruit pie. And we have a very special fruit to add. It's another one of those. It's pretty goofy, and I think you'll like it. And boop. Oh, that wasn't what I meant to build. Well, we have a stormy fruit pie. I meant to use the other kind. And now we're out of sugar. What I had meant to do. So we'll just do a loaf instead. I used this. I meant to use the Volt fruit. Uh, in fact, I can actually use this to show off. Because it wasn't supposed to be a stormy fruit pie. It was supposed to be an electro fruit pie, which I think sounds much better. But anyway, either way. So, and then we were going to make some mighty elixirs. Because I am short on mighty elixirs. I've been using them up. As you can see, I like to keep several. We need, first, to make it an elixir, you have to use a rhino, because there are no, or the bladed rhino beetle, because there's no other bugs that provide an attack buff. So you'll need to go find these. You can find them by the, what are those things called? The Dundobaru dudes, Dodongos. The Dodongos. Over in the Bronus Forest, there's that little ranch. Yeah, if you go there, and you sneak around real quiet like, because the bugs will get scared off real easy. There's a ton of bugs hanging out here. There's also a ton of bugs over here. That's why I have this stamped. The Rutile Lake. There's some bugs hanging around over here. Just throw your sensor on, wander around, make sure you're being quiet, because they're really easy to scare off. But anyway, that's where you can go find some bugs. That's why I have so many bugs. I just go visit there whenever I get low on bugs. So we have our bladed rhino beetle. Then we need to. So the bladed rhino beetle counts as one buff. It counts as one attack buff, or 1 point of attack buff. So that does get you to the level 1, but to get to level 2, you can't just put two rhino beetles together. Because 2 points of attack buff are still only a level 1 attack buff. You actually need to break 5 to get to level 2, and you need to break 7 to get to level 3. Uh, but how can you do that with bladed rhino beetles? Well, you don't. What you do is you can use bananas or razor shrooms, but bananas are more plentiful. This right here, 3 bananas and a bladed rhino beetle, this banana beetle smoothie will give you that attack up. All you got to do is throw in another monster part. What makes it an elixir instead of dubious food is making sure that you have a viable elixir, which is going to be a monster part, and your critter. Now you can add whatever food items you want and still get the buffs from them, or the hearts even. Like if I threw this gourmet meat in, this right here would heal a lot of hearts. It's great. Now you gotta still mind the conflicting buffs and everything, so it's still like cooking food. So I could throw in these 3 hardy bananas and they would make an elixir. But that's not what we're going to use because we're going to talk quick about the monster ingredients. So the monster ingredients come in, like some of them have some very special effects. Like dragon parts will make your elixir, first of all, always critical cook, which is nice. But it will also, any dragon part will increase the duration of a buff to 30 minutes, which is really nice. But what we want is we already get the critical cook, and we don't want to. I don't want to use dragon parts because I don't have a lot of them. So what I'm interested in is what gives me the most duration, and that is guts. Guts are one of the cheapest items that will give you the most duration because bokoblin guts are pretty easy to come by. Now they are used in upgrading a lot of the armors, so you'll want to farm up a bunch of goblin guts before you start really using them for your elixirs. You can just stick, just use whatever you can to get by until then. But once you have spare goblin guts, they add 2.5 minutes to your duration, which is better than just adding another ingredient of the buff. And you need to use a monster part anyway to make the elixir. But first, let's go back to talking about our ingredients. So we're trying to get to 7 attack, which is 1 bladed rhino beetle and 3 bananas, or 1 bladed rhino beetle and 2 porgies. The mighty porgy adds 3 points, so the 2 of them get us up to 7. That's why I have so many porgies now. I've gone out and farmed up a few. You can see how that works out on the video Fishing with Link. Or, no, Link Goes Fishing. That's what they're called. Link Goes Fishing 2. I go when I look for porgies. Porgies are also featured in Link Goes Fishing 3, which I think is coming out later this week. Actually, that might already be out by the time this video gets out. Because this is Ninja Cooking 3. Yeah, the Link Goes Fishing 3 will be out before that. But yeah, those 2 fish give 3 buff. But what was the other one? The crabe? The crabe only gives 2. So the crabe are not really worth going and collecting in large numbers. The thistle only gives 1. They're basically worthless. And the bananas do give 2, which is nice. So 2 bananas and a porgy get you there as well. But since we have to use the bladed rhino beetle to qualify it as an elixir, we have fish beetle. The fish beetle juice is what we're going to go with. And then we're going to throw 2 bokoblin guts in there to increase the duration as much as possible. And now, when we cook it during a blood moon, we're going to get a critical cook, which is either going to increase the heart recovery, because we have fish in here that's going to recover hearts, so it could increase the heart recovery. Even if you don't have a heart ingredient, the heart recovery can still get buffed, and it'll just give you 3 hearts. But what we're really hoping for is to get the duration increased. So, real quick, mash, 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 get it in there. Mighty Elixir. So for this one we got, I believe, the hearts. I don't think the porgies give that many hearts. Yeah, because the porgies would only give me 4 hearts, so we got heart up with the critical hook. But we're going to cook a few of these up so that we can try and get some with the extended duration as well. We're cooking up at least 3. I might do 4 if I get a bunch of um, 7s instead of 11s. Or instead of, is it 10 or 11? Or they're 8.5. Yeah, 7 heart ones. Alright, so that's another bad one. This is out of your control. It's just random based on the buff. Or based on the way the blood moon buffs the cooking. And that's what we wanted. That's the one we're looking for. You see that +5 duration? That's a long elixir. So hopefully we'll get one more of those. I might try with 2 more elixirs, but I'm definitely going to do this one. If this one gets it, then we're done with elixirs, our mighty elixirs. Yes! Okay, so now I have 2 longer ones, which will, I think, are actually my longest ones that I have. See, this is the problem, is that now they're all, the ones that give more hearts are up here, but they're not the better elixirs. And then I have this 30-minute one sitting here, so we have, that's why I have 6. Yeah, okay. Then we have a bunch of crappy defense up ones. Let's go ahead and get some more defense up as well. Just try and get some 13s on those. So the recipe's the same, it's just to use a different porgy and a different beetle. But otherwise use the same recipe for the defense up. And it's kind of equivalent as far as what the ingredients are. So like, the beetle gives 1, the porgy gives 3, the armored carp and the mighty carp only give 2. The porgy is better on the buff. But with the other fish, the stealth fin and the elemental fish, they do give 3. And the crabs only give 2. Then you've got, what's the other defense ones? The Amaranth is only a 1, I believe. The Fortified Pumpkin's a 2, but they're so difficult to get a hold of that they're not really worth using that way. Oh, and the Iron Shroom is a 2. The mushrooms are generally a 2 buff, which is nice. Mushrooms are generally a 2. Greens and herbs are generally a 1. And fruit are generally a 2. So that's something, a quick cheat sheet you can keep in mind, and that is largely the case. I want to say it is the case for all of them, except I think Silent Princesses are actually, well, I have that written down here. Yeah, Silent Princesses are the exception here. They give 3, whereas most of the other herbs only give 1. But anyway, we got that 1 defense. Do I want to do the purple drink? Let's do 1 more purple drink. Which is going to be armored porgies, rugged rhino, guts. Sorry, I just got distracted. Oh. Getting to the end of time here. Do I have anything else? No, that was everything I wanted to cook. Everything else that I plan on doing, we can do after the blood moon. Oh, you know what? I need some more go juice. Let's make some go juice. So here's how you do go juice. Go juice is easy. We want it to have duration up, so we're going to put 4 frogs in because frogs are at 2. Most of the critters are either 1 or 2. So yeah, I think the butterflies are all 1s, the darners are all 2s, the beetles are all 1s, the fireflies are 1s, and the frogs are 2, and the lizards are 1s. Yeah. But the buffs, the different buffs have different thresholds you have to get to. It's mostly 157, but like stealth is actually 169. Shock, cold, and heat resistance are 1, 4, and 6. I mean, cold and heat resistance is 1 and 6. Shock resistance is 1, 4, and 6. Honestly, me mumbling this at you is just not going to work. You should just go look it up. But anyway, So we don't actually need 4 frogs. We could do 4 frogs and a lizard, and that will get us the same result. And it will save me on frogs because eventually I will run out of frogs and I have all these extra lizards. And then we're going to throw the bokoblin guts in there because I want as much time as possible without wasting a dragon part. And I actually can't squeeze a dragon part in here, I don't think. Because I don't think there's a +3 speed item. I'll have to look that up. But I'm pretty sure all the items that buff speed only buff it by 2. Because the rush shroom only gives 2. And the fleet lotus seeds only give 2 as well. But anyway, this is our go juice. Oh, the bokoblin guts, by the way, actually give you a increased critical chance. So if you're cooking outside of a blood moon, like if you need some go juice on the go, the bokoblin guts will give you a 30% chance to increase the duration even further. Guts in general do this. It's worth keeping in mind. You don't absolutely need a blood moon for your critical cooking. Like, once the blood moon's over, I'm actually going to go into a little overtime to show you my favorite recovery item. Alright, let's just keep going. I want to get a few more. I go through these really a lot, and we got a little more time. Oh, that was a bad one. Yeah, we don't want the hearts, we want the extra duration every time. Nice. Alright, so we have 7 of those. It's a good number. Keeping the carrot cakes. These are going to leave my inventory. I was just doing those for fun. So we got 4 extra slots. I keep this meat in here so that I never fill my food inventory too much, so that I can't pick up meat from hunting. I just don't happen to have any chicken parts on me right now. But yeah, I tend to keep those, some of those in here so that I can continue to stack them up. I tend to hunt by throwing bombs, which leaves you cooked meat, or I throw the yo-yo at them because yo-yo hunting is actually pretty efficient. It's fast. Anyway, what am I doing? We have do one more go juice, just because I know I'm getting rid of that other one. Alright, nice. Oh, and we got one more. Let's do something fun. We already did... You know what, let's, we could do a pumpkin pie. Let's do a pumpkin... Oh, I don't have any sugar. Right, I just ran out of sugar. Something without sugar. Oh, I was looking up the cane sugar, so of course I can't see anything without the sugar. What can we do with butter that's interesting? I got lots of butter. You don't have the recipes for the goat butter listed? Oh, they do, but it's not in a nice little chart like the other one is. We could do an omelet. Here, let's do this one. This one sounds French. Alright, here, I'll show you how to make a risotto. Risottos are nice. So the risotto is your goat butter, then you have your rice, and then you have your salt. And that is how you make a risotto. You have 2 slots left, which, if you were, listening when I was talking earlier, that's not enough to get to a level 3 buff with any of the food items we have that actually buffs things. So like if I did 2 porgies and made a seafood risotto, that would only get us a level 2 buff. But what you can do is you can do a mushroom risotto by throwing a single hearty truffle in. There you go. Boom. Mushroom risotto, full recovery, plus 2 hearts. Plus 2 hearts isn't really what you're after. You just want that full recovery. So here is a very healthy mushroom risotto. And that is time. The blood moon. Okay. If you're let's show. If you're fast enough, you can grab one more recipe before the end. So let's do another risotto. And actually, you know what? We don't need to do another risotto. Let's do another interesting item with the butter. Butter, 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 butter. How do you say this word? You know what? Let's learn this word together. First, we're gonna take the, what is it again? The wheats. Is it used wheat? I guess so. All right, the wheat, the butter, and seafood. And this one, we can make it in to get a good buff out of it because we have 3 ingredients left. So we can use, let's do a mighty or defense. Let's do mighty. How do I make it sound good? So it's a something seafood. We can do hearty, energized, enduring, hasty, spicy. We can just do a spicy. Let's do a spicy. Yeah, this will be good. So if you take 2 of these sizzle fins and throw them in there, that gets us to the spicy right away, because spicy only takes, yeah, we only need 6, and these guys provide 2, 3 each. Or if we use one of them, there's not a spicy fruit, is there? It's just the pepper, but the pepper is only at 1 point. There's not one that provides 2. Does the mushroom provide 2? There's a mushroom, isn't there? Yeah, there's a mushroom. Hold on. So, save. We'll use 1 fish to make it seafood. So now it's a seafood. And the mushroom will not modify that. Helps for the bitter cold. So sunshroom, yeah. We can use 2 sunshrooms, because I don't have a lot of fish. In fact, actually, we can use 1 sunshroom and 1 mushroom, or 1 spicy pepper. So this sounds like this is the whole philosophy behind ninja cooking, all right? We're not trying to make like min-max and break the game. No, we want to make delicious food. So we have wheat, butter, fish, mushroom, pepper, and it's gonna make, if we're fast enough, and we get the critical cook. We still got it. Spicy seafood. So I'm gonna look this word up and we're gonna learn it together. Google. How you say? No, that's a lot of yeah, pronunciations. All right, you ready?
Meunier.
Minier. Right? You can say it again.
Meunier.
Minier. Oh, there's like a you gotta roll your R. Minier. Oh, I'm so bad at the rolling my
Meunier.
Minier. I do it too pronounced. Like I do. Like mine's too pronounced. It's not supposed to be that pronounced. It's supposed to be Minier. It's like a soft one at the end. But I'm not gonna do it. Just Minier. Spicy seafood Minier. Sounds delicious. I mean, I don't know where the tomatoes or those greens came from that are on the plate, but because we put mushrooms and peppers in ours. Yeah. Well, Ganon's done. We're done. We have some space. I'm gonna sell some of these. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. The best part about cooking here is, sorry about the mess. I was redesigning the whole house and everything. You can check that video out. I'm sure if I even put a video out on it. I don't know. I think I did it like, yeah. I did a short tour. So there'll be a short tour if you want to go see that. Hey buddy. Oh, do I have to start building in order to sell you things? Alright, let's start building. Oh, damn it, you put my horse away. Oh. Alright. It's just, this is really, I'm never doing this again. I'm just gonna eat my food and waste it. Yeah, I need rooms. I need access to your secret store. Alright, so we're gonna sell these off because as silly as they are, I need to make room. I was just showing off the recipe. Um, good, good. These are the not good ones. I'd rather get the rupees out of them than use them. Same with this one. And now I have the 5 good ones and the 1 dragon one. We'll do the same with these ones up here. Get rid of these not so good ones. I think it's the same story here, right? This is a dragon one? Yeah. It orders them based on the hearts they provide, which is annoying. Because, like, this one gives the biggest... oh, it doesn't give it the biggest attack up. It gives the longest attack up. Very disappointed in this one because it got... The critical cook gave it more hearts. Whereas if it had given it the better defense buff, we would have had a +3 for 30 minutes. So that was actually a risky move for the dragon part, but these things happen. Then we have the hasty elixirs, the bad ones, air quotes, bads. I'm going to keep that anyway, just because, you know, it's still a 7 move speed, which is nice. This I made just to be silly, so let's get rid of that. Same with this, and this. Now, a lot of times when you're cooking for style, they don't tend to sell well because you're just using a lot of basic ingredients instead of cramming all sorts of ridiculous ingredients in. I'll have to show off sometime how to cook for a profit because you can do that. But yeah, look at that nice, neat inventory. Look at that. It's beautiful. And we have enough room for 13 drinks. Oh, that's perfect. Alright. No, we're good. No, I'm done. Yeah, you go do your thing. Then I'll have to put the horse back. We'll do that later. Because we need to do one more little thing. Yes, yes, yes. Good, good, good. Get out of my way. Leave me alone. Alright. So the best part about this recipe is you don't need to worry about the blood moon because it's going to include a golden apple for the critical cook. Then you're going to need the coconut, melon, and the volt fruit. Now you'll notice that we're using a melon and a volt fruit. These are 2 different buffs, which means this food item is not going to be something that you can buff, which is the reason why we use the golden apple instead of some other ingredient, because I can't get a buff on it anyway. I'm just going, this is just for hearts. And salt. Mix that together. It makes my favorite item. I think I've made this on another episode before, but I wanted to make it again to show it off. It is a fantastic item. Heals 10 hearts, noble pursuit, done and done. And we're just going to make a few of these. But that's going to be the end of the episode. We're just making drinks now by cooking fruit in a big pot. So you can guess yourself what kind of drinks these are. And have fun. We'll be back in the next Blood Moon with some more ninja cooking. Probably. Maybe. I don't know. I might run out of ideas. We'll see.